Welcome to the Defense and Aerospace Report. I'm Vago Muradian here at the Excel Center in London, where we're covering the DSEI trade show in partnership with DSEI and Clarion Events. And we have with us Yoav Har-Even, who is a retired Israeli Army Major General, who is the Chief Executive of Rafael. Sir, thanks for taking time with us.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure meeting with you guys because of the vast range of technology you guys have, whether it's for armor systems, missile systems, cyber, where you're very, very strong. And as we were talking before we got started, you guys were doing big data before it was really called big data in terms of some of the fusion things that you guys have worked on over the decades. When you were in the IDF and you left about 1.5 years ago to come over to Rafael, you did the Gideon 5-year strategic plan for the Israel Army. You then started that process when you came to the company, and you finished that process 3 months ago in terms of the new grand strategy. Folks in the company who've participated in it found it to be refreshing and very engaging process, which is something you did when you were in uniform. Talk to us a little bit about what the conclusions of this strategic process were and how it's going to shape your strategy going forward.
I think the main thing that we understood is that we are going to remain the defense business. You know, there are a lot of questions you ask yourself from time to time. Maybe I should go to other areas, but we understood and we figure out that we should continue to focus on what our added value is the defense. Another thing that we already figure out during this process, we should keep the unique DNA that we have in Rafael for more than 70 years, and we have to continue to see ourselves as the national laboratory on the one end, and on the other end to be a company that works all over the globe. We decided to focus on what we are doing very well in the last years, speaking about missiles, intelligence, processing of big data information. And we also decided that we have to go and to give solution of system and not only single systems. And when you are looking at what's going on around the world, you understand that this is going to be the future. And our main challenge is to develop the right solution that will enable us to connect all the capabilities that are already existed and to give solution of system.
Is it a challenge to connect? One of the things, for example, General Goldfein, the Chief of Staff of the United States Air Force, has said something very similar, that what he needs, is one of his number one things, is a battle network. That if he has a good battle network, legacy systems can come on and off of that. But the challenge in developing a battle network is getting legacy systems to work with. What's the challenge there in developing these large architectures that are piecemeal systems that could be many, many years old, but ultimately you're trying to get them to function as a whole? Is that sort of integration feature that you got, is that integration market where you guys are going to target yourselves?
I think it's more than integration. First of all, you have to develop the basic element is the communication network. And it's not fighting through the communication, it's fighting with the communication. So first of all, you have to have this kind of very solid communication system that will allow you to transfer voice, data, and video very quick. The next layer is to integrate legend and future or reconnaissance sensors, such as the Lightning or Recolight, and then to connect all the information to a backstation that will go through all the big data and all the information and will dig the right target and then send it back to what we call the shooters, the missiles. And on the one end, of course, you want as an industry to have an holistic solution. But on the other end, we understand that you cannot come to a customer and say, okay, this is my solution, take it or leave it. So you have to develop kind of an open architecture that will allow you to connect legacy system and new system. And I think that what happened with Rafael products through the years that we were able to develop the system step by step. And even the legacy system, we are able to connect them. And of course, when you are looking at the battlefield, and the challenge is, when you're speaking about system, is to connect all the new system bring all the new sensor. You should give the customer the opportunity to connect his own sensors, and then to give this kind of a solution. And of course, we have to do it in a kind of a combat arena and atmosphere, and it should be without GPS. This is the basic assumption that when we develop our system, it's going to act without GPS. So we have to develop all this kind of very accurate sensor that will allow you to get geographical pixels as targets, and then to spread them all around. So in a sense, when we are looking to the future, and this is something that we are developing nowadays, is that what happened in our own community, speaking about smart houses, smart city, and you connect all the dots. Here you have to collect all the capabilities, connect them, and improve the efficiency, but you have to do it with legacy and future systems.
What are some of the other investment areas that came out of your strategic plan? Where are you guys going to be putting more of your money? And what are some of the new defense markets you see yourself expanding into?
First of all, we are going to continue to invest approximately 8% of our revenue in pure R&D every year, because we understand we have to build the future. The second thing is, as I said, the system of system solution, taking all the single capabilities and doing system of system solution. And the third one is to go and to take the knowledge and the technology that we already developed and try to implement them on the civilian market, but not on a regular civilian market. We're speaking about a non-military defense organization or non-military defense requirement, such as strategic assets like oil, gas.
Critical infrastructure protection.
Critical infrastructure. And we are not looking for the low-level solution, like simple cameras. Let's take all the knowledge that we already developed with very good intelligent sensors, with very good capabilities of dealing with big data, protect them against cyber attack with the cyber dome, and give the customer the opportunity to protect his strategic assets in the best way. So this is another layer. We decided to focus on it and to take all the knowledge and do the implementation to the non-military defense market.
And where do you see the biggest growth markets? I mean, you guys are present all around the world, but where are the core markets you guys are going to be focused on to grow in them? Is it going to be more in the United States? Is it more in Europe? More in Asia? Where do you see expending more effort than not?
One of the things that we did through this strategic process is to do a kind of a reassessment of our marketing strategy. As a matter of fact, we developed a new marketing strategy, and we found that and it's good that we are working all over the globe, and there is not, except for Israel, one single point that you should go only for this country. And the variety of Rafael allows us to work all around. Of course, when you are looking about the big markets, you go to where the big potential is. Wow. So we are looking very closely about what can we do better in the United States. We are working in the United States for more than 25 years. We have Lightning pods operational. We have more than 300 remote weapon system in the US Navy. But there is a big potential that we can do more in the United States, especially for our partners. And we understand that we are going to work with our current partners and new partners. There is a big potential for the trophy, of course for the missiles, and for our intelligence sensors. So US is going to be on our focus. And of course in Asia, what we did in the past, we are trying to do more in the future, India as example. But I think the one of the strongest point that we have in Rafael, that we are working all around, look at the spike, is more than 25 states. You have more than 1,600 lightning pods flying all over the globe. We already integrated our Spice missiles to a lot of platforms. And since we are not dealing with the platform, I think that we are bringing to the customer an added value of giving him the opportunity to upgrade his platform without touching the platform itself. And this is a big advantage.